In the last episode, our Champions League campaign looked all doom and gloom. Have we given ourselves a lifeline? Also, in the Premier League, we're flying high. Let's see what happens in today's episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, and this is part 30 of Leeds United Pride of Yorkshire. So, as I said in the last episode, we were struggling in our Champions League campaign, but our Premier League campaign was flying. So, what has happened since you've been away? Let's go and have a little look at the schedule, and we will run you through the games. So, the first game we played after the Norwich game was a 2-0 win in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle. We completely rotated the team, gave two first team debuts to players, and Donovan Figueroa rewarded us with a goal. A 17-year-old striker scoring on his debut is always a brilliant sign. The other player who made his debut was Mbete, and he scored an 8 rating. So goals from Konate and Figueroa giving us a 2-0 win to put us through to the next round where we will face Liverpool. We then, in the Premier League, went to Wolverhampton Wanderers, had a convincing 3-1 win where we absolutely played them off the park. We could have had a load of goals. I'm not too sure how we only ended up with 3 really, but goals from Sheshko, Ahmed Hodzic, and he got 2 actually. 2 headers from corners gave us the 3 points, and we brought those back to Leeds. The game after that, this is where the turnaround might start happening. We invited Monaco to Ellen Road and then thoroughly thrashed them. We really turned up in this game, played some brilliant football. We had 4 goals and 2 disallowed. So the goals were from Thomas, Bentancur, Adeyemi and Nemeka. We also had 2 goals for Karim Adeyemi ruled out. Monaco did score through Mariano, but it's the first 3 points on the board in the Champions League, which gives us a slimmer of hope. We then played West Ham at home at Ellen Road. We won 1-0, and again, another game where we really dominated. Couldn't put the ball in the net more than once, though. We did have a goal disallowed, but Sheshko with the goal to give us the 3 points in that one. We then played what I thought was going to be one of the toughest games of the season. Manchester City in this game are really, really struggling, and we absolutely whipped them. It was a home game, so we were confident in front of our home crowd, and goals from Puig after a minute, Verratti, Phillips and Nemeka. The thing in real life seems to work in this game too. If you've got a player who's playing against their former team, always start them because they will come up with a goal. And that is exactly what happened here. But the performance was so impressive. We reduced them to just 9 shots, 4 of which were on target. We had 31 shots and 13 of those were on target. And we played some absolutely brilliant football. The next game and the last one before we came back was a 2-0 victory at home against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And as you can see by the numbers, we really are starting to play some delightful football. 26 shots, 9 on target. We had goals from Woba, 2 headers from corners. Verratti was involved. Junior Firpo was involved. We played some really delightful football, and we have 6 points now in the group stages. So a little look at the group stage. You can see now we are all of a sudden on 6 points, and we find ourselves in a win and in situation. Milan are currently top with a goal difference of 7, 9 points. Monaco minus 4 goal difference and 9 points. We have 6 points with a 1 goal difference, and Atletico Madrid have 6 points with a minus 4 goal difference. So with us playing Milan in the Champions League for the final group game, everything is there to play for, and it really is win and in. So, also looking at the Premier League, you can see that we are now top of the league, 3 points clear of Liverpool, with a game in hand over them. We are 4 points clear of Manchester United, and then we are forming a gap further back with Everton played 1 more game on 29 points. As I said about Manchester City, just to show just how badly they're struggling, they are down in 10th place, 18 points from 13 games. They really are not the team they are in real life in this game. So that brings us nicely into today's episode. The first game we are going to be playing is against Arsenal, where we look to continue our great Premier League form and extend our lead at the top of the table. And then we will be going away to the San Siro to face off against AC Milan. So Premier League up first. Let's see what happens against Arsenal. Okay then, so with us picking up points at ease in the Premier League, we are going to look to capitalise on our good run of form and play against Arsenal. So the team that we're going to put out against Arsenal is Meslier in goal, Junior Firpo, Ahmed Hodzic, Llorente and Nico Williams at the back. We've got Verratti and Bentancur as the midfield holders. We have Brandt, Puig and Rafinha in midfield as the attackers. And then we are going to be playing with Šeško up front as always. So fingers crossed we can extend our run in the Premier League pick up another 3 points against Arsenal. First action then, looks like Julian Brandt is being told off for something. Arsenal are going to have a free kick after a minute. They swing it in, Partey gets the ball down, and Maitland-Niles has given Arsenal the lead after 2 minutes. That was really not in the script that I was seeing. A great piece of play by Arsenal to get them the goal, but defending is not very good. Odegaard to the near post. Thomas wins his header and Maitland-Niles just smashes it home. Arsenal 1-0 up. Okay, so the reverse is happening now after 16 minutes. Arsenal have given away a free kick and we're going to look to put the ball in. But Williams plays it to Bentancur. Ball over the top to Šeško. The control is fantastic and the finish just matches that too. So Arsenal's terrible run continues. It says at the bottom they're getting a point at the moment, so it's not that bad. But our football there was brilliant. Williams to Bentancur. The ball over the top. Šeško leaves the defender for dead. Smashes it past the onrushing goalkeeper to get us back into the game and make it 1-1. In at half time then, and the scoreline is 1-1. You might be able to see by looking at the stats, we are playing really well in this game. We've had 11 shots with 5 on target. Arsenal doing the typical FM thing, scoring from their only shot on target. So nothing really to change in the short term. Junior Firpo is looking a little bit tired, but we're going to give him about 15 minutes in the second half to see if he can just last out those 15 minutes and then we'll probably make some changes. So let's roll into the second half and see what happens. Straight away then, Ramsdale is going to play the ball forwards, only plays it as far as Williams and Llorente. They, between them, are going to bring the ball forwards as they play it to each other. Williams up the line for Rafinha. If he would have played that early, he would have been behind, but he chooses to run at his man, plays it to Bentancur. Nico Williams is in the box, lays it to Šeško, tries the shot, gets deflected. We're going to have a corner. Let's see what we can do from this corner. So Rafinha is going to be on the ball as always, swings it into the near post. Nothing happening there, but it comes back to him. Tries to play the ball early back in. And all of a sudden, Arsenal are on the break with Odegaard. Dragged him out wide. He plays it back inside to Smith Rowe. Ball over the top, straight into the safe hands of 55 minutes on the clock, and we are going to be removing Junior Firpo. We are going to bring on Vojvoda just to make sure we have some fresh legs. Arsenal are starting to come into the game and they're playing balls in behind the wing backs. So I want to make sure that we have fresh legs to cover that off. So a long way to go in this one. Let's get back into the action. 71 minutes on the clock then, and nothing really happening in this game. So we're going to try and freshen things up. We're going to put Brenner on up top, and we are also going to bring on Tyler Adams in place of Verratti. Got himself a booking and seems to be struggling a little bit. So let's jump back in. There's 18 minutes left. Let's see if we can grab a winner. Arsenal now have a throw-in. It's Maitland-Niles to Coop Miners, I think his name was. They're trying to build it nicely in the box, but it's intercepted by Llorente, who plays the ball back to Meslier, smashes it forwards, and it's coming back at us. Torreira turns on the ball, plays it back to White. He's going to try and bring it forwards, force him out wide, but he's still got it. Plays it to Trincao, plays it back to Tomiyasu. He looks to beat his man, crosses it in. Maitland-Niles, I think it was at the back. Oh no, it's Martinelli, sorry, was at the back post with a header, and it goes just wide. A bit of a let off there. That was the last action of the game then. We did pick up an injury to Ahmed Hodzic in the 93rd minute, having made, well, it was actually the 87th minute, sorry. Had made all 3 substitutions, so couldn't bring anybody else on. Probably stunted us a little bit, but a 1-1 draw is slightly disappointing. Arsenal have only had 2 shots on target. They've scored from one of them. We've had 7 shots and couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. But if you're going to win the Premier League, you're going to need to tough it out. So this might be a decent point in the long run. So after getting that big game out of the way, we are rolling on into the AC Milan game, where if my maths are correct, not always correct, it should be winning in, and if we can go to Italy and get 3 points, I think we will progress into the next round of the Champions League. Okay, then after the 1-1 draw against Arsenal in the Premier League, our attentions are now firmly on the Champions League. We are off out to Italy to play against AC Milan. So the lineup we are going to be picking is Meslier in goal, Firpo, Woba, Konate, and Manea. We've got Bentancur and Phillips as the holders. James, Puig, and Nemeka are going to play as the attacking three, and we're going to start Brenner up top. Unfortunately, this is a win and in situation, but we have quite a few bumps and bruises within the team. Verratti is running low on energy, it seems. Sheshko has played a run of games which has left him a little bit jaded, so we're going to try and rotate the team and hopefully still qualify for the Champions League knockout phase. Okay, an early chance for Milan after 6 minutes as the ball is crossed in, and luckily for us, Brahim has headed it over the bar. A throw in here for AC Milan as it's whipped into the box and Manea deals with it. If he can play the ball out there, we had a bit of a counter attack on, but instead he takes his time, goes back to Konate, and we're now passing it around at the back with some build up play. James is involved. Firpo tries to get it back into his path, but it's intercepted. And then AC Milan give the ball away, and Nemeka lobs the ball over the top for James. He's onto it in a flash, turns back, goes to ground, nothing doing. How is VAR not even looking at this? Rodrigo seemingly just pushed him to the ground to get the ball. But play goes on. Konate intercepts the ball over the top as Manea is going to try and bring it forwards. He gets caught in possession, and Brahim plays the ball through to Anthony Marshall, and he goes wide for a corner. So a last-ditch tackle there, saving us at the end. But Milan are going to swing a corner in. Goes all the way to the back post, and it's dealt with at the back post by Woba. A throw-in then for Milan. Theo plays it forward to Brahim. Kessie over the top for Leao. He's into the box. Can the goalkeeper do anything? Meslier doesn't get a touch, but the post does, and the ball is whacked clear. We are living a charmed life in front of goal. A corner kick then as Milan keep the pressure on. DiMarco swings it in, looking for Tonali. Konate, though, heads it away. Goes back to DiMarco. He swings it back in. Leao is there, and Milan have scored. It was coming. The way that they were building the pressure, can't say anything other than they deserve that goal. So let's have a look at this. Konate does well. Oh no, Daniel James has got a knock. So won't change it just yet. But DiMarco with the cross in. Leao's just left on his own. Heads it into the back of the net. And Milan are leading 1-0. Nearly half time then. Brenner plays the ball over the top for James. Gets cut out as Rodrigo plays it forwards to Brahim. Another goal here would leave us in a world of trouble. Rodrigo with the ball over the top. Marshall's in. And luckily for us, it just dribbles past the post. And we are going to get in at half time 1-0 down. So looking at it, we haven't really been involved in the game. We've had 6 shots and 2 of them have been on target. We've had a lot of possession but not done a lot with it. We're going to be forced into a couple of changes at half time. So we are going to move Woba out to left back because he can cover there. And we are going to bring on Llorente in place of Firpo, who is tired. And then also Daniel James was complaining that he isn't in the best of form. So Karim Adeyemi is going to come on. And I think we'll leave it until about the hour mark to throw Sheshko in. But those are the changes we're going to go with, and we're going to roll into the second half and hopefully be a lot better. A throw in then with Woba. He throws it forward to Puig. Back to Woba. Ball across into the middle. It's cut out though, and Marshall's up top all on his own. Plays it back to Kessie. Ball out to Salamakers. The ball over the top then from Milan goes straight through to Meslier. So let's see what we can do here. Meslier lumps it forwards, well over hit. The ball is coming back towards us, but Manea gets on it. Nemeka is now going to turn back inside and play back to Manea, to Konate, Bentancur. Konate needs to move the ball forward and finds Nemeka. Phillips, ball in behind to Puig. Is he going to be able to get a crossing from there? Cuts it back to Calvin Phillips, and the ball almost fell into the path of Adeyemi. It's gone out for a goal kick and saves Milan's 1-0 lead. 61 minutes on the clock then, and it's the moment to go. I know we will have all 3 substitutions made, but you get an extra 1 or 2 in the Champions League. So Sheshko is going to come on for Brenner. It's a throw in then inside AC Milan's half as Manea tries the long throw towards Sheshko. The goalkeeper comes out and claims the ball, slows the play down, and then tries the big ball over the top, which Woba cuts out. But Leao gets on it. He's played Marshall in behind. And luckily for us, there's a tackle from Canate, and then Llorente lumps it clear. But Milan have a corner. They swing it in. It's dealt with again by Canate or Woba, one of the two there. Brilliant defending. But it's coming straight back at us as DeMarco gets the ball. He's going to play it back inside to Pobega. Marshall's in melee with the save. This really isn't going well. Unfortunately for us, that is the final whistle, and a 1-0 loss means that we are coming back to Leeds, potentially as Europa League participants, depending on what happens in results elsewhere. I don't even know if we're going to qualify for the Europa League. So let's jump back to the homepage and clarify everything that's gone on in today's episode and look forward to the next one. Unfortunately, then, that defeat leaves us out of the Champions League, and as you can see by the group stage table here, Atletico Madrid got themselves a point against Monaco, which means we aren't even in the Europa League. Disappointing that there's no more European football to come. The team, though, did really well to end on 6 points, so if you answered the question in the previous episode, 6 points was the answer. I think it might be a blessing in disguise for this season. Our first season in the elite European competition, got 6 points. That is something to be proud of. But it now means we can turn our attention domestically. And if I go back to the competitions page, you can see that we are top of the league by 4 points from Liverpool, having played the same amount of games. Manchester United do have that game in hand, so we could potentially have a 2-point lead. But at this point of the season, after 14 games, to be top of the league is absolutely fantastic. So let's look at the schedule and see where we can come back. Now that there is no more Champions League football, I think we will probably push forwards into the new year and the opening of the transfer window. So that means coming back for Burnley and Leicester on New Year's Day 2024, and also on the 5th of January 2024. And then that leaves us nicely with a run of games where we can probably come back for the Man UFC and Everton games, and then also transfer deadline day. There is also an FA Cup third round game in there and a Carabao Cup final also. So a nice run of games coming up, and I think we can hopefully keep our progress going. The glimmer of hope then that we had in the Champions League was quickly extinguished. Going away to Italy and losing to Milan 1-0 was pretty cruel. It did drop us out of both European competitions, which, as I said, might be a blessing in disguise. Hopefully some domestic football. We can get straight back into the Champions League, hopefully by winning the Premier League. Also, the 1-1 draw with Arsenal left us with that gap at the top of the table, so something firmly to build on, not the end of the world. So if you're this far into the video and you're enjoying the content and all of the other things that are going on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel out. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you like, what you don't like, anything that you could change. If it's good the way it is, just give a thumbs up. But for this one, I am going to wrap it there, and I will see you on the next episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire.